law's really looking out for me.
Once I'm retired,
It feels like I've been waiting in line forever.
A UDL security attendant is old.
When all my heart...
The law's really looking out.
It feels like...
I wonder if I'll get to meet Chairman Rockwell.
Move along. Nothing exciting ever happens around here.
Why can't something exciting happen around here for once?
Nothing wrong with stability. It means everything's running like clockwork.
Don't you ever want a little fun? Maybe see a marauder ship get blown to bits over
Auntie Cleo's pipe patch. All of the benefits of smoking your real pipe, none of the mess.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Kid, you got presents. Natural. Tell you what, you're gonna like it a whole lot more. Listen, you got an agent? Some fresh, natural talent. I know it when I see it. Listen, you got a real special quality, raw energy. I'm making a feature, Space Pirates of Moros Prime. It's gonna be a hit.
Not so fast.
Let's just see where this audition. So what do you say? Terrific. We're holding auditions at the studio. Head to Odeon Pictures and take the elevator.
According to local legend, if you walk around the orrery 3 times, your corporate rival will die of a paper cut.
You think I'd get arrested if I climbed up on that to get a look at the gearings?
Nah, probably just shot.
You have a rather exotic.
So what if those Amazons...
The dissidents actually took over the refinery. I can't believe it!
And then the chairman shot their spirit.
You have a rather exotic presence. A new Auntie Cleo's facial mask, perhaps?
I'm on my legally allotted break. Really, I'm supposed to be here. Oh, nothing. Nothing. Laws, I knew it! I work in the lab at the Ministry of Accuracy and Morale. Some of my sprats went missing, but it's not my fault, okay? Maybe I let them out more often than regulations allow, but... And so what if I occasionally forgot to latch their cage? They escaped, and before I could coax them back, they'd... Even if I did dare go down there, they're among all the common sewer sprats. Really? In that case, take this collection crate. 6 of my little ones are down there, but don't worry, you can... They have intelligent eyes, an agreeable yet reserved demeanor, and a fondness for hiding. Also, they're white rather than green. Please, do take care, and do mime the exterminator mechanicals. If the worst should happen to my little darlings, well, I still... Well, to maintain things, of course. Like big humming and pipes. Water pipes. Air pipes. All sorts of pipes. That's why they... Everyone knows sewer sprats carry diseases. And the exterminator mechanicals have been known to fire... Why they'd do that when they're only supposed to attack... Some people say there are strange things in those tunnels. Assassins. A room full of murderous automechanicals. Monsters hungry for human flesh. A hidden bureaucratic purgatory where things and people are... Not that I place any stock in silly rumors, of course. To deal with the sewer sprats, of course, they're... Therefore my, Oh, very well. It's true. I do run See, I'm an enormous fan of all my colonists. The early seasons, before the plotlines got tacky. You must have seen the classic. Positively marvelous. Those early years truly were the golden... Well, I name all my sprats after my favorite characters. That way, there's... So you see, it's imperative that I get them all back. Not just names. They all have back... There's Lord Reginald Kim III, Lady Philippa Farnsworth, Vonda von Vermington, Haroon Greenlee, Iskander Emmanuel Sanchez. Ah, she's the chief executive of Farnsworth Incorporated, and a fearless... They're in a rather tumultuous... She's an ambitious shareholder in Farnsworth Incorporated who wants more than stock. Or does she? It's difficult to tell what exactly she's after, but she is trying to seduce both Lord Reginald and Lady... So is everyone. Haroon is a mysterious young man with amnesia. His backstory... Iskander is Lady Philippa's trusty assistant. She's a member of Farnsworth Incorporated's regulatory board. A wise woman with a sharp tongue and a heart of gold. I still am. After all, I'm a person of very little influence and only middling prospect. But I must say, I'm far too distressed to...
Out with it, you wretched contraption! Does nothing in this city work?
The Emerald Vale plant is back to full.
I'll sue every technician and employee who's ever touched this. Stand device. Don't they know who I am? This is all so very beneath me.
Citizens, today marks a monumental... After a deep and thorough examination of our budgets, revenue streams, and...
Sure, they look fancy, but inside... There's my parents' place. Smell that? Industrial-grade cleaning solvent in desperation.
Marilyn, is that you?
Lars, we certainly didn't expect to see you like this.
And I didn't expect you to renew your marriage contract. But we're all full of surprises today, aren't we? Speaking of surprises, you should meet my new friend. We've been running around the system for a while now, stirring up all sorts of trouble. I don't know what to say. He's usually not... Come on, you're supposed to help me make... Anyway, you're probably wondering. The last few years have been a bloody haze. You wouldn't believe the messes we've gotten ourselves into. Right? Yep, we're a pair of...
Marilyn, this really isn't the...
You tell him. We'll stay as long as we like. And while we're at it, we'll drink your expensive hooch, He's right.
That's what we've been trying to tell you, dear, but you must understand.
We thought you were dead.
I'm not dead. I just never wanted to talk.
I'm afraid the distinct...
We only did what any grieving parents... We collected on your life insurance policy.
And the payouts have been...
You...
Of course. And we shall always harbor that joy.
And you'll report it to the insurance company?
It's not that simple. For one thing, we'd have to cut back on so many...
That's the other.
We had to explain your...
We couldn't very well tell people you'd run off. The neighbors would talk.
We concocted a story about Celeste Jollycurl designing a pair of...
One of a kind.
That led to your tragic death when you tripped and...
It was quite the story.
Not until I get some... Couldn't you have at least made up a better story? And what are you gonna do now that we're...
Yes, about that.
Quietly. She hasn't changed.
That's it? You just... Let's just get out of here, Captain. Fine. Let's talk outside. Can we talk? Can you believe that? We'd hardly been there a minute and they turned... wanted them to get a... They'd both be sitting there. Mother would drop her mock apple cider, and the glass would shatter all over their overpriced marble. Father would tear... I'd have a great one-liner in the tube. I was thinking either, the leather's fake but the scars are real, or, oops, did I just track awesome? Yeah, I'm gonna use that one day. Now, getting... Father would throw his hands up, because this would be just like me to... Then, Mother would do the old, "You had us worried sick." Her eyes would be... I just didn't want to get booted out of the house I grew up in like that. I'd love to know how you'd describe getting Neek. But I want to talk about... Can I just have a drink and punch some poor... Anyway, I don't want to sift through this lousy experience for meaningful life lessons. I'm mad. Wait a second. I could open a new account, designate that account holder as a sole beneficiary. I'll make money without doing a thing. My policy is with the Greater Halcyon Insurance. Maybe you could use some of your people skills. If that doesn't work, I'm sure we can find something.
All right, how does this sound? Like that?
My dear fellow.
Spacer's Choice 2
That
hour
episode
energy
from a
drink.
few weeks ago.
Watch out for hour 3.
I guess we're going to Fallbrook.
Ooh, down there, a new ship. Doesn't look like any of the corporate freighters.
But what would they be doing?
Anti-Creo's energizing ointment. Enjoy 6 cups worth of
I
concentrated
only
caffeine
wish
every
they
dollar.
weren't showing so many Spacer's Choice ads in the commercial breaks. Who do they think their audience is?
C&B chicken and potatoes. At C&B, you know our C&B.
I've always loved that sculpture.
Crew report. Fioka is drunk. Surprise. We're now in orbit above Fallbrook, Captain.
This looks like a place.
I see you're still in one piece. However, you never know when that could change. Note that all of your fragments must be recovered and must be smaller than a standard bit cartridge for the payouts to kick in. I remember that one. That's the young socialite who broke her neck, right?
Of course no one remembers me for the marauders I've killed or the bits I've stolen. Typical.
That claim was airtight. Our best investigators couldn't find an exclusion for that one.
Are you serious?
Well, we interviewed the parents extensively. They had plenty of awkward child.
Hey, those are...
Furthermore, the claim spurred a whole line of fashion-related policies. It's become a very... You can't, of course. Only Miss Fenhill can assign her beneficiary. If we let every friend, relative, and acquaintance change a policy like that... Oh, you mean Well, hypothetically, you'd ask... And you'd, theoretically, add... But you wouldn't actually do that, of course. I'm forbidden from accepting bribes. The employee handbook doesn't say anything. I'll need the name of the new benefit.
Ellie.
If you... The payouts will flow exclusively into the new account at the start of the month. I hope Ms. Fenhill enjoys her newfound prosperity.
You really did it. Give these payouts... I've never been prouder to stand... I'm just glad my folks aren't gonna live off that awful story they made up. Yeah. The funny thing about getting what you want, I've never been much of a planner. Makes my... If only you could have been my chief surgeon back. Anyway, enough of that. You did a job for me, so here's your fee. Don't make it weird. Even you've got to be in it for the money now and then. Why else would you go? You sure? Because my kind of friends will pick your pocket clean while they're getting hammered with you. Yeah, I'm not... Still, maybe you've got a point. Maybe it's good to watch someone's back. So, you just keep the money. It's nothing personal. It's just the close... Anyway, enough of the touchy-feely.
A reminder to all crew members, there is only one toilet on the ship. We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain.
if I
Auntie
spit
Cleo's level
something?
head. Feeling a little off balance? You need a level head.
I love the family.
You, with the hips. Over here. Let me take a closer look at you.
Don't speak. Hold that posture for a moment while I admire you. You have a natural contrapposto, my dear. The way you rest your weight against your hip suggests a certain rugged charisma possessed only by the mighty primal and the well-traveled spacer. Your walk, your posture, the cut of your clothes, you carry yourself with the bearing of a noble, but you dress like a barbarian. I'm Celeste Jolicoeur, and you, my dear, are I'm an artist, darling, not a tweed merchant. I don't sell things. I'm working on a new line of clothing that will shock this city to its core, and I'd like your help. What do you say, my... Marvelous! You and I are gonna wake this city up like a cold splash of wine to the face. What I need is a survey of the outside world. What does the common laborer wear? How do the wild-eyed madmen of Monarch dress themselves? I've heard rumors. Also, Oh, you cad! You'll be the talk of Byzantium once I'm done with you. I'll need you to model for me the following. The apparel of an iconoclast, the armor of a marauder, and a full ensemble of spacer gear. And when I say spacer gear, I mean an outfit worn by real spacers. None of that garbage spacer's choice pedals.
No tall shoes, though. I mean it.
You have the bearing and demeanor of a born model. I expect you'll cut an exquisite figure. I've heard rumors of these iconoclasts, half-mad zealots You'll have to find your own way into Monarch. I can't help you, even if I don't know, I've never seen a marauder. Not in Byzantium is long open. If I were an enterprising spacer in need of a wardrobe... I can't.
If I do...
What? If I were... Byzantium has lost its élan vital. Everything about this city... I want... You're... I can't... What?
You don't gotta be so forward about my reasons.
Let me get a good look at you. Turn around. My word. Such muscular
I am no...
Nonsense. You're absolutely lovely. Chin up now. Let me do a back-of-the-envelope calculation. Materials, labor, licensing and copyright. There. Now stand back. Back! I'll enter the settings and get these machines spinning. You'll be broke to bespoke in merely an hour. And there we are, my darling girl. I wish you a... Don't mind my asking.
What? Oh, no, ma'am. All them eyes staring at me? I couldn't. No way.
I wish you weren't so shy, my Violet. You truly are beautiful.
Oh, can you believe this outfit? It's so handsome, I'm almost afraid to touch. Well, I guess that's everything then. After all this time. You know, there's a part Junlei's been looking for. To fix up the air cyclers. They only carried them on big colony ships. I know. For a while, it felt like everything I did was a little bit of help. Next time we dock with Groundbreaker, I'm doing it. I'll send... Oh, this is real scary, Captain.
Remember that stranger I saw in the square?
You're adjusting before you pull. You're anticipating it.
I swear, next time we put into Groundbreaker... Oh, I'm so nervous. Oh, you mean Sam? He's just the sweetest, ain't he? A real charmer, my... Nah, but I've been thinking on one. Gotta get to know him better, I think. It ain't nice to give folks a nickname with... Of course, that don't stop feet.
The Groundbreaker has approved our request for docking, Captain. You're free to disembark.
All right. She's on her way. Oh, my hands have finally stopped shaking. All right.
customer.
Anyhow, so I told him, Dad, I'm a big girl now. I ain't need your help. I can do it on my lonesome.
What did he say to that?
Have at it then. And he handed me his favorite wrench, the one he used for the canner. Isn't this swell? I'm having the best time.
My father and I were often at loggerheads. He had notions.
Remember that you are not insured.
Berry Crunch, Triple Gel Flakes, and Purple Berry flavored Sour Nuggets. Now with 12% crunch.
You should give...
What are you saying, Martin?
My law, what have I done? The company will have my head...
Gotcha. What I wouldn't give to see... This guy's...
What kind of... Agreed. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like... Have a look.
You looking to shoot?
You want to bust my chops? Do it over drinks next.
Please don't mind her. Everything I sell work.
C&P Near Maple Syrup. It's near this complete freshness. Have you seen this man? Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading to the capture of wanted terrorist Phineas Wells. Report any sightings to your local ward embassy.
Itching to whack someone over the head?
What's going on with you lately? You seem down.
Captain, if you're looking for crew members Ellie or Felix, they're sharing a drink upstairs.
Okay, Captain. I feel like running laps around the cargo bay. So she got here, and, well, she sneezed. She said, "Wow, new soap?" And I was like, "Yeah, rose-ish." Turns out it tickled her nose. And then she just sort of touched my arm real gentle-like and called the cut of my outfit elegant. I couldn't hear the rest on account of my heart was beating. Then I led her into the kitchen. I think she about cried when she... She stood stock still and just said, "Oh," real soft. Oh, and let me tell you, I was sweating. And then she blinked and said, "Is that dustbat casserole?" I told her how we got Mr. Raymond to bake it for us, so it was double authentic. Made by a real live... Monarchist? Well, we talked a bunch over dinner about the things we learned just through messages, stuff we repaired, how I taught her to salvage and she taught me to build. When I brung out the sweetheart cakes, June, she got a little teary, said she... But I stopped her because I wanted to say it first. I never felt so... One of us has got to be. We're both... June's so reserved and I'm so shy. I worried if I never said anything. I told her about how she made me feel. Bold like I acted. Strong. Smarter and kinder than I am on my lonesome. And then she pulled out a paper and read a speech. She talked about the things she admired about me, like my cleverness and my humor. Anyhow, when she wrapped up, I asked her to be my girlfriend. And Captain... And then she sneezed again. We talked about it some. I told her I wasn't sure how it'd work, how I've had a bad time of it in the past. She said we'll take it as it comes. Fix things together. Share meals, talk. Maybe she could You got an eye for people. It's all on your account, you know. Imagine if you'd never taken me out of Edgewater. I don't know nothing about the Vickers capital P plan, but you've sure... So, if you don't mind, I'm just gonna head to my cabin and happy
We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain.
Spacer's Choice Free-Sliced Bread. It tastes fresh because it was. Son. Exiting security.
We got the drop on you.
Clinics searching.
Take your best shot, asshole!
You got that? Hey, that's impressive.
I never could have handled the desk job.
Here they come!
Huh?
Make him regret it!
Don't hurt me! Don't hurt me! Oh, Law! I think I soiled myself. No, prisoner!
Anyone got a smoke?
Any luck finding... Truly? Oh, dear, it looks like some of my darlings have suffered violent misfortune. Thank you for your help. I'm afraid I can't now.
Oh, for the good old days when you
I think I've figured out what you need.
Besides smoking some pipes?
Our crew's like a machine. All the parts got to work together or we'll shake ourselves to pieces.
I've never been good with metaphors, Parvati.
We need each other to work right. You need a team, and I need someone who'll be truthful with me. Even when it hurts.
The only thing I need is people staying the hell out of my business.
You think the privy's gold-plated too? to this basement? If someone back home wanted to make a secret lab, they'd have to put it in a closet.
That's far enough. What are you doing here? How did you even get inside? You're in my house, and I'm not fucking around. Start talking. My what conspiracy? Let's talk about this. Please, I think there's been a crucial misunderstanding. Just give me a second to explain myself. If you came looking for some elaborate scheme, it isn't here. All I'm doing is trying to keep Halcyon alive.
What are you doing, Doctor? This information is beyond classified.
You can write me up in your report. It hardly matters. I'm researching a new way to feed the colony. The crops we transplanted from Earth don't give us the nutrients we need. Our colonists might not realize. The food we grow here barely sustains human life. The colony won't last under these conditions. So, the board let me approach the problem from a different angle. I believed that I could adapt humans to live on Halcyon's terms. That I could change us. Give us the ability to derive sustenance from the nutrients the food does have. I know. I was there. Thomas was the first to take the gas. A simple test, he said. I told him not to, but he insisted. We learned a lot from his autopsy. Enough that we could try it on each other and know when to stop. No one else died. I must find a cure so his sacrifice isn't in vain. I wouldn't allow us to experiment on convicts or the unemployed. It's wrong, no matter what the law says. Everyone agreed. We accepted the risks. I'm desperate. I've already asked all the best institutes on Earth for help. Years ago, we sent a message out on the Cornelius Vanderbilt, but heard nothing back. It's been missing for over 2 years now. They never re-established contact after the skip to Earth. Of course, the board is keeping that under wraps.
Imagine losing something with that many guns on it.
How'd you lose half a pair of ships like it were a sock?
The board is uneasy about letting the colony know, seeing as half of their military force vanished without a trace. I'd prefer if you didn't use my name when you talk about this. My contract has a list of... Once we can replicate a success, the board will move to rewire our nucleon. With any luck, our next generation will be eating...
Knowing what the board considers a success, that...
You really think the board got our best interests at heart?
We haven't made enough strides to advance the plan. Hardly any at all. You could always shoot me. I assume that's why you're here. If I die, there's no one who can reproduce our work. Every sacrifice will have been for nothing.
I try not to, least when it comes to the moral dilemmas. Lilia Hagen...
I hope you know what you're doing, Cap.
Seems like she's trying to help, Captain. Honest help. Ain't many.
Everything I did was for the good of the... The one on the wanted posters? They say I'll do it.
Doctor!
What choice do I have, Commander? If working with Wells is the only way I can save the colony, I need to get out of here. Phineas can contact me when he's ready to work. For now, I'd better pack up the lab and head somewhere to...
Not so fast. Captain, what you just learned is beyond your... Give me one reason why I should let you... That'll do. Now move along. The dock has a lot of...
Like performing on areas with now such fair